Hey guys, Josh here. Today we're having a look at this. This is the Umix smartwatch. This is the first ever OLED smartwatch that they've created. It has some incredible features that my current Apple Watch does not have, and that's actually the best smartwatch on the market today. So let me tell you more about it. So here's our smartwatch. Look at that curved design. So this is something new that I haven't seen. I'm actually currently an Apple Watch user. And to have something that just fits nice and flush onto your wrist, it's an overall nice looking watch. It has an aluminum casing, and on the underside, we have a bunch of cool sensors giving us some really unique fitness tracking features that the Apple Watch actually doesn't have. We also have the charging port, which is magnetic right there. And of course, we have our space to put in our wrist straps. They offer a few magnetic wrist strap options, and basically this watch only has one button right here. You tap it and you have instant access to some of the watch's features. You can turn on the screen. Now with the display on, you can actually see how responsive the touch screen is. If we swipe down, we have access to the battery life, do not disturb, flashlight, and even pinging your phone. So you can ping your phone in case you lose it, but it does have to be within Bluetooth range. I really wish it used Wi-Fi similar to the Apple Watch when finding your phone. Not too big of a deal, but as long as you're within about 20 to 30 feet of range of your phone, it will ping it. So if we swipe up, we have notifications. So very, very similar to the Apple Watch. Now, where this watch is significantly better than the Apple Watch is its fitness tracking features. Now, we can also have access to different watch faces. Just simply hold down your finger, you're gonna feel a little vibration, and then you can actually cycle through some of the options with the watch faces that this company offers. So, really cool designs, and I'm sure they're gonna be releasing more down the road. Everything here, you can see your pedometer, weather, time, obviously, charge level, what day of the week it is, and so forth. So very similar to the Apple Watch. Now, where this watch is significantly better than the Apple Watch is the tracking features, the fitness tracking features. So we have our traditional activity monitor, similar to the Apple Watch. We have our sleep monitor, also similar to the Apple Watch. Heart rate monitor, which I've tested, is actually pretty accurate compared to the Apple Watch, and the Apple Watch has like a 97% accuracy, which is nice. Swipe here, we can have access to our blood pressure, which again, something that Apple Watch does not have. Again, it's not working right now because it's not on our wrist. Next, we have blood glucose, which again, Apple Watch does not have. We have blood oxygen, which currently the Apple Watch does not have. And of course, it's not going to be measuring properly since the watch is not on my wrist. We have our stress levels. This, the Apple Watch does not have. Next, we have the HRV, which basically measures the intensity of your heart and how hard it's working. Again, something that our Apple Watch does not have. We also have a stress level monitor. Again, Apple Watch does not have it. And then we have our workout tracker, which is very similar to what the Apple Watch has. So essentially, those are the tracking or fitness tracking features of this watch. Definitely something that you should consider if you are a fitness person. I mean, you have a bunch of different options right here. I currently have an Apple Watch Series 10, and it is a slightly larger display. They're both OLED, by the way. But look how much thinner the watch to the right is compared to the Apple Watch. Significantly thinner. You can see the underside right there. It is smaller. Hopefully down the road, Umix will offer 2 different display sizes for the watch. So this is their first watch that they've released. So hopefully down the road, it'll be more customizable and more options will be available. All right, so here we got the wrist strap on the Umix smartwatch. Very similar to Apple Watch design. It's magnetic, so it just goes in through here. And then tightens up Really nice right there. So here's a closer look of what the watch looks like on my wrist. As you can see, it contours or just bends over my wrist like that. Looks really nice. And overall, I do like the shape and look of this watch better than the Apple Watch, simply because it's thinner. We have this nice rubber-like material on the wrist strap, and it's magnetic. They do offer a few different options for the wrist strap as well. And here we got the Apple Watch. You can see how much thicker it actually is compared to the Umix smartwatch. Now what's really cool is that, let's say you measure your blood pressure. If you swipe up, it'll actually tell you if your blood pressure is noted to be high or if it's low. So I'm normal high. Maybe I gotta get that checked. But I've checked it with a real blood pressure monitor and it's gotten pretty close. With this watch, you will use the H-Band app. This app is pretty basic. Basically, all the features that you see on your watch, you will clearly see on this app. I rarely have used this app. I only used it to activate the watch and start using it. But you will get all of your steps, sleep, heart rate, blood pressure, and so on data on this app as well. I just never really tend to look at it. Similar to the Apple Watch app, I never really open it either. A big question that I definitely have an answer to, and that is battery life. Umix says you can get up to a week of battery life on this watch, but with constant usage, especially with the heart rate monitor, I've gotten about 3 to 3.5 days compared to barely 2 days on the Apple Watch. So we got one more day of battery life with the Umix smartwatch. Overall, compared to the Apple Watch, this is definitely a better fitness tracker simply because it has that blood glucose, blood pressure, stress levels monitoring features, something that the Apple Watch wishes it had. So if you're a big fitness junkie, this is definitely the watch that you should definitely look at. It's also better priced. So if you're interested in the Umix smartwatch, I think it's a great tool to have for a lot of fitness activities. Check out the link down below. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, and I'll see you in another video.